Toni and Troy, Employee of the Month, Part 1, Season 1, Episode 8. I am so happy we finally got a new job. I suppose this is a pretty legit way to earn money. You suppose? Well, you get to keep the money you earn here instead of losing it all in a card game. I enjoyed being the king of cards for a little bit. Toni and Troy just got a new job working in a restaurant. Rick is the sandwich manager, and he put in a good word for Toni and Troy and recommended that they get a job there. Toni and Troy are in charge of making the burgers and sandwiches. Rick is the oversight. Great job, you two! Thanks! We really need help in here. We are getting ready to shut down the restaurant. We have been getting some bad reviews online. Well, then why did you hire us? We have been in business for over 35 years, and we never had a problem. A customer went online and wrote a bad review, and now no one comes here anymore. We just started a few new marketing campaigns to help bring in customers. We hope you can revive the business. Well, we hope that helps so we can keep our jobs. The boss walks away, and Toni and Troy decide to taste test the sandwich. Toni picks up a burger. Phew! Ugh! What's wrong? Marketing campaigns aren't going to help the bad taste of this burger. Shh! He is going to hear you. I have an idea. Uh-oh. Toni runs over to the seasoning section and mixes a concoction of seasonings. What are you doing? Toni runs back over to the counter and sprinkles the mix of seasonings on the burger and cooks it. All right, back to work. Rick starts to chop lettuce and onion. Toni and Troy continue to make the burgers. Toni takes the one with her special seasonings on it and cuts it in half. She gives Troy one half, and they both take a bite. Oh my, that's really good. What are you guys doing? Nothing. Back to work. Toni and Troy stop eating their sandwich and continue working. Toni sneaks her seasonings on each burger as she hands it out the drive-thru window. Toni and Troy finally reach the end of their shift. They go home and rest for the evening. The next day, Toni and Troy head into work. There is a line around the corner, but the restaurant isn't open yet. What's going on? Someone wrote a review about our burgers, and now there are people clamoring to get in. They are calling us the best burger in town. I wonder what changed. Toni made a special seasoning and put it on the burgers last night. Toni gives Troy a mean look. You did not get permission to do this, Toni, but I will deal with this later. We have lots of customers to serve. To ensure we are efficient and serve all our customers, we are going to close the inside of the restaurant today and will only be able to serve through the drive-thru. Yes, I guess we need as many hands as we can back here. The team starts to make the burgers. The next several days are just as busy. They didn't have a chance to take a lunch break, but they all took turns on their scheduled bathroom breaks. They continue to make burgers. Their assembly line is working perfectly. Rick is cutting up the lettuce and onion, and Toni and Troy are making the burgers. Toni finishes the burgers with her special seasoning. At the end of the week, the boss tips Toni, Troy, and Rick an extra $100. Thanks for all your hard work and effort this week. Toni, look what you have done. People are lined up to come and try your burger. I am naming you Employee of the Month. Thanks. This is an honor. Toni is overcome with joy. Congratulations. Yeah, good job. We have a private event tomorrow. Toni, I need you to make a huge batch of your special seasoning. No problem. What are you going to call your special seasoning? Something cool and creative. Oh boy. How about Tony's special mice spice? Mice spice? Yes, it's a special blend of spice, and in case you haven't noticed, I am a mouse. Dumbest name ever. I like it. It's catchy. The next day, Toni and Troy walk in with the big jar of mice spice. Rick has a big pile of lettuce and onion already pre-cut. The team is ready to go. The boss opens the door to the private event. They start working on their jobs. Everything continues in perfect order. Moments later, Toni, Troy, and Rick run into the restaurant portion of the restaurant. There are 2 people on the floor. What's going on? The customers are all getting sick. Seconds later, Jason drops to the floor. It's your burgers! Toni looks around in fear. The patrons all look sick. OMG, Toni! Forget my spice! They are dropping dead like flies! Uh-oh! The patrons' faces start to turn green. More people start to fall on the ground. The boss comes running from outside. She is the one poisoning my customers! Arrest her! Toni, you are under arrest for poisoning the public. Toni is locked in handcuffs. She starts to cry. But I didn't poison the customers. The officer puts Toni in the back of a police car. Don't worry, Toni. Dad and I will pick you up. If you like our videos, don't forget to subscribe